Hey, everybody. So this is a bit of a surprise. I'm actually doing a response, not a response video like it was bad. Faye the Most Gracious, and if you're not subscribed to her channel, what are you doing? Why are you even here? Stop this immediately. Go subscribe to her channel. Come back. There's a link in the description. Um, I made an offhand comment during a stream of hers one night when she had this beautiful eye makeup that she'd done, and my glasses prescription is so strong because I have 20/1600. Hey, Dave. So I have 20/1600 vision, which means something that looks 20 feet away to a person with regular eyes looks 1600 feet away to me if I'm not wearing my glasses. Because of that, my glasses make my eyes look much smaller than they are, which is a real bummer because I actually have pretty eyes, I think, but people never see them. Sad. And I can't see anything without these guys. And I can't stand contacts, so please don't suggest that I wear those. I just made an offhand comment that, hey, Faye, you need to teach me how to do eye makeup because I'm not very girly and I don't know how to do that sort of thing. Hi, Linda. Hello. Linda and Dave are here. Yay. So this is me attempting to follow the 20-minute instructional video that Faye did, and I'm not going to do a great job. And there's a couple of things that she did in that video that I can't do. One of them is I'm not going to apply, hi sweetheart, I'm not going to apply concealer here, even though I have incredible raccoon eyes because no one is sleeping well right now. Actually, I'm teasing. That's just a genetic thing. I have those anyway. Yeah, I don't know where my concealer is. I have some somewhere. Haven't left the house in a week. Don't know where it is. So that's cool. That's fine. Aw. Hey, Santi. I love you too. I love all of you, actually. Thank you for showing up. This is amazing. Especially those of you across the ocean because it's late where you are. So thank you so much. Okay, so she started putting with concealer. I'm going to go ahead and this is one of like 3 eyeshadow palettes I have because again, I buy most of the time when I buy makeup, it's around Halloween and I'm buying it for Halloween purposes. So I have a lot of black lipstick. I've got a lot of green lipstick. I have a white lipstick that I used one year when I was going as Marie Antoinette to like white out my lips and then just drew in the little, the little heart area here with red and all of that. So don't have a lot of conventional actual makeup that one would wear day to day because I normally don't wear makeup every day except for maybe eyeliner because again, my glasses make my eyes look smaller. I will say the most valuable and brilliant thing I learned from Faye's video is I've always done eyeliner under my eyes. I've never done it on top. And she pointed out that if you put eyeliner just under your eyes and not on the top lid, then it actually makes your eyes look smaller. So that was huge. I was really glad to learn that. Okay, so one of the other things that she said, or the first thing that she said, was to use a dark color for the crease of your eye. So it's that bit here-ish. I'm not even sure where I'm pointing on my face. Where your eyelid, crumples a little bit. I'm totally stealing words from her now. But yeah, and I'm holding up the mirror because I can't, oh my gosh, I can't see that far. This might be a bit of a disaster. If so, Faye, I apologize. Watch her video. It's way better. Okay. Trying to make that happen. Can't really see how that's going. Does this just look to you guys like I have a giant block in front of my face? Is that how it looks when I do this? This must be riveting for you. Okay. So, and mine is not going to be as dramatic as hers is just because I am simply not that patient. All right. And again, can't see and feel very self-conscious. Okay. So that was that little bit there. I don't know if you can even see that. Can you guys see that at all? I know for a fact one of you in the chat is lying, but I'm not going to call you out on it. Okay. I wonder if I can use... No, I cannot try to do... I can't do this backwards. Damn. I was going to try and just use the camera as like a mirror, but that's not going to work. Sorry. Okay, hang on. Let me go over this bit just a little bit again. Oh, I also need to tell you about something important. Besides the fact that Faye the Most Gracious is amazing and you should all be subscribe to her channel. Besides that, I wanted to tell you that in the States, Texas and several other lawmakers in other states are attempting to use the COVID-19 pandemic as an excuse to get abortion clinics marked as non-essential. Keep in mind that these places that not only perform abortions, which for Planned Parenthood, that's less than 1% of what they do, they also provide contraception, so women don't have to make that choice. They also provide well woman exams. This is how I got the important female health care that anyone with a uterus needs when I was a college student and had no health insurance. And I know to those of you who live in other countries where you have sensible national health care services, this may sound weird, but yeah, if you don't have insurance here, you're pretty much strictly out of luck when it comes to any of that. So it was a godsend and a lifesaver when I was a poor college student, literally, because anyway. So what they're trying to do, and Texas so far is the worst offender, and this is according to a recent article in Forbes that I have cited somewhere around me, and I'll make sure I put that on here soon. Okay, so yeah, they're trying to get those places ruled as non-essential and shut down, and it's going back and forth. Some of the other bits of the state legislature are blocking it. Okay, so so you want to put the dark color in the crease, did that. Light color on the front of the lid. And that same color, like sort of just in the near corner here. So I'm saving my most shimmery color for in a minute. I'm going to use this lighter color. I do. Hi, Faye. I hope I do you proud, girl. I don't know. I'm a little freaked out right now because I can't see what I'm doing. Okay, so front of the lid here, but not. Well, no, wait. Is that the right term? Front of the lid. I wrote it down. A little bit there. I know you guys can't even see what I'm doing. This is so sad. That's why I have Faye's video linked. Okay. Because I have to literally get this close to see what I've done. And even then I'm not sure what's happening. Something weird happened with the green. It kind of went everywhere. Okay. So, yeah. So if you live in the States right now and you have a uterus, I'm not talking about your gender. I'm just talking about people who can get pregnant. Then your reproductive rights are very much in danger, especially in, virtually all the southern states, which, let's face it, that's nothing new. That happens like every year. But now they're trying to use the damn pandemic as an excuse, which is just particularly evil, in my opinion. I hope this looks okay. I really do. And Faye, I told everybody before you got here, lost my glasses. Oh, there they are. Thank you. Thank you, honey. I don't know where my concealer is, or I absolutely would have used it because, gosh, that looks terrible. All right, so that's not so bad. What do you guys think so far? Your light is all off. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. We just got new lights. Keep going, I believe. Okay, thank you, Faye. I will try to do that. Is Maya in here? That's amazing. Okay, cool. Yeah. All right. Just wanted to show that. I needed it. I needed the confidence. Thank you. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to try and do, again, extremely myopic. This is really difficult for me to do myself, but I'm going to take my most my most shimmery bit on this thing and put it right in the spot where the light hits the middle of your lid. Yeah? Yeah? I got 3 black hearts, so I'm going to assume that's a go. Okay. Hopefully, I can do this. Just, it's okay. Close your eyes. It's all right. There we go. Sorry. You guys can tell I'm not used to having things coming at my eyes because ever since I was 6 years old, I had essentially eye shields, right? Okay. Now, I am not about to even remotely say that I'm going to do the kind of job that Faye did, because hers was amazing. But I did learn a lot of useful things, like especially the thing about putting dark eyeliner under your eyes, making them look smaller. Thank you, Faye. That is the last thing I want, because my prescription already does that for me. Okay. Oh, I think that's kind of pretty. What do y'all think? Let's see. If the U.S. ever lets me enter the country and I get to do a road trip, oh, hey, I'm showing this. You're committed now. You are committed, girl. No, we're doing it. We're doing it. I know a place that does vegan or vegetarian barbecue nachos that will knock your socks off. And we're going. We're doing it. Yes, if you're ever in the States, you're gonna come visit. Oh, thank you. Cool. I did too. All right. So, oh, beautiful China Julie. Jesus Christ. Dude, don't do that. I'll freak out. Okay. All right. I'm forgetting something. What am I forgetting? Faye, what am I forgetting? Everything goes in the middle of the lid. I did that part. Oh, I haven't done the. Oh, right. So here's the other thing. When I was a kid, it was the 90s. So I plucked my eyebrows almost into oblivion. Yeah, they're amazing barbecue nachos, seriously. And they're totally you can get them vegan. The vegetarian ones with the cheese are better, but it's, either way is fine because they're awesome. All right. So yeah, when I was a young woman in the 90s, I plucked my eyebrows within an inch of their life. And I was also a big Star Trek fan, right? So I attempted to pluck my eyebrows to look like Spock's. So that's why this bit here looks really weird. So now I have to take my little elf eyebrow stuff and put this waxy stuff over my eyebrows and then do this just to fill them in a little bit so they don't quite look like I'm a reject from an episode of Friends. So that show does not age well. Have y'all noticed that? A lot of cringy moments in Friends, if you go back and watch it. It was weird. It seemed ahead of its time at the time, and now it's like, ooh, really? Okay. How are we doing with that? All right, that's better. I'm not great at this yet. I've just only recently started doing it. Oh, Linda, I love you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Faye. Yes, Friends has not aged well. It turns out it's rather homophobic and a bit sexist, which I didn't realize. And a lot of there's a lot of weird, definitely. And what's really bizarre is what makes it seem homophobic is what made it seem cutting edge at the time. You know, the fact that one of them had an ex-wife who was a lesbian, and they were actually, she and her wife and he, the dad, were actually raising their kid together. That was, that was like, wow, and now it's like, yeah, How I Met Your Mother is much better. Agreed. Hey, Nerdy, good to see you. Okay, so here's the terrifying part where I'm going to totally fuck up and Faye's going to be ashamed of me forever. I'm going to attempt, and I haven't practiced, I'm going to attempt to put eyeliner on my top lid, which is something I never do and have never done. Oh, Santa, you age like cheese. That actually sounds nice. I age like a fine wine. I've mostly just gotten better. All right, I'm giving it a shot here, Faye. I'm not going to be able to do like the super fancy cool shit that you did, but if I can get my eye to not shake for a second, just so I can. And I'm not tight lining them either because I just can't bear that. I can't bear to put anything in the moistury part of my eyelid. I can't do it. I admire those who can. No, I keep blinking. You know what? That might just be as good as it gets there. That's so, oh, that's sad. Wow, I'm sorry. I can't get close enough to the mirror to see what I'm doing to manipulate the eyeliner dexterously. All right, so I'm gonna have to leave that part undone. Faye, I'm sorry, but so it looks better than it usually does. All right, what's happening in the chat? Oh my gosh. Yeah, by the way, my hair's washed. It's washed. It's been brushed. This is what happens to my hair when I don't have my shampoo and conditioner, which we're out of. And because we're trying to social distance and we have like 3 giant bottles of volumizing shampoo and conditioner, which I clearly do not need, I'm using those because they're there and I've been furloughed from my job and it just seems stupid and irresponsible to go out and spend money on hair products when I have stuff to clean my hair here. But this is what happens when you volumize this much freaking hair. This is a warning to the rest of you. If you don't want to look like the fucking Wicked Witch of the West, don't do this to your hair. All right. Hang on. My God. My godless life. Okay. All right. So what's going on in the chat? What are you all saying? Let's see. Junk Shop. Why do you need volumizing shampoo? Sorry. Junk Shop. More volumizer? No. Nerdy. My hair would like, it would, oh my gosh, we'd have the peanut butter solution situation happening. Faye says that used to be like my hair before I shaved the back of my head. Yes, an undercut would not hurt. And I actually had a friend offer to go through with one of those weed combs with the little razors on the inside, and it just gently thins it out. And for some reason, I said no. And that was right before the virus hit. So I'm again strictly out of luck because right now I'm really wishing I'd said yes because it would have thinned it out. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so it's a good thing, especially if you're a woman, because let's face it, men can pull off bald. Women in our culture have a much harder time pulling off thinning hair or baldness. And female pattern baldness is very rare, but it does exist. So I'm glad that that's not an issue for me. I'm happy that my genetics gave me really thick, lustrous hair, but oh my gosh, this is so much freaking hair. And I also don't want to cut it because when I cut it, it adds 10 pounds to my face. I don't have a face for short hair. Doesn't work. Okay. The volume day for volume day. Oh, that was, yeah, said Sandy. Sandy, I have one word for you. Twinsies. Yeah. All right. My hair grows back so quickly, so I'm more than happy to keep the back of my head shaved. Oh, that's fair point. Fair point. There's no baldness in my family yet. I'm terrified of going bald. So Sandy. Yeah, I think a lot of men are. I think a lot of men are terrified of going bald. And to those of you who may be terrified of that, I would just like to say, you know, oh, Sir Patrick Stewart. They're the men who I'm glad I got you with that. The men who pull off bald, oh honey, do they pull off bald, and it's just fine. we really don't care. In fact, a lot of us dig it. So yeah, there you go. There you go, nerdy. It's awesome. Also, just like the only thing I would say to a man who is losing his hair and is afraid is just don't do the comb over. We all know this by now. Yeah, don't try to do the comb over. Just, you know, it depends on how you're going bald, what you can do with it, but the comb over is right out. None of that. Yeah. Junk shop. I'll just put this up here. Yeah, genetics is a cruel mistress. It is. My oldest nephew is the only redhead in our entire family so far, and he had lost most of his hair up top by the time he was 21. So yeah, he started shaving his head when he was 21, but he has a really nice red beard that's very cute. So again, the baldness works for him. So, if you start balding that much, it's time to shave. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, if it gets really bad, it's just time to just let it go. Only redheads. Story. Oh, okay. Well, there's a bit of a story. So my sister and I are obviously we have very dark hair. This is dyed, but this is also very close to my natural color. I also have some silver that is now my natural color, and it basically looks like I walked through a spider web. It's not coming in cool robe-like streaks or anything. That's X-Men robe. No, it's just kind of in all the different places, and it literally looks like I walked into a spider web. So I don't like it. So I'm dyeing it at the moment. But yeah, this is maybe like a shade darker than my natural color, and but I have, when it's not dyed, I have red highlights, and my sister does too. And we found out my dad's dad, my paternal grandfather, left, like fucked off when my dad was a baby, so we never knew him. And it turns out he was a redhead. And so it's a recessive gene in our family. And so none of us, like I'm one of 4 siblings, none of us had red hair, but one of my dad's grandchildren did. One of the many grandchildren had red hair, and it looks like, I hope it stays red. The redheaded nephew has a son now, and so far he's a redhead too. So, but when they're babies, stuff can change. So I'm hoping it stays red. So same. I've had grays in my hair from when I turned 20. Me too. Well, I found the first one when I was 19, and then yeah, they just kind of show up sometimes. So it's nice. It gives you an excuse to diet and be fun with it, and you don't have to worry about it. Junk Shop says, I've always wished I had the ability to grow a mohawk. Oh, that would be badass. That'd be sexy. Yeah, for sure. But I get brutal split ends after about 3 months. Yeah. I have to trim my hair a lot to avoid the split end problem. It's an issue. All right, is this becoming a beauty? What is happening? I don't know. I did it. I started it. It's my fault. Sandy says, I used to have my hair down to my hips, and I went from that to the red mohawk. Wow. Okay, both of those are impressive. I got a perm when I was in 8th grade, and it was hideous. It was the late 80s, so that's what we did. So I had this, but in like permanent curl, frizzy horror. It's my 8th grade school picture is absolutely horrifying. I'm about, I'm not going to say exactly, but I'm quite overweight, and I've got this frizzy hair going out to here, and these really thick glasses, because as thick as these are featherweights. So they were like, it was even worse. Yeah, fun times. Memories. All right. So yeah, when I was a kid, my hair was down to my butt, and my mom would never let me cut it. It was the worst. It took so long to, oh yeah. No, I feel you on that, because I don't like You're a redhead with curls. Yes, you are, Linda. It's amazing. I love your hair. It's so beautiful. Yeah, Faye, to what you were saying, yeah, I get it. It's except the opposite. My mom hates long hair. She's, you know, white American woman who grew up in the 50s and got married in the 60s. And so for her, it's like your hair should be short and it should always be done. And you go to the hairdresser every 6 weeks and that's just what you do. And I am so not that girl and never was. Like, she wanted a cheerleader. She got a goth girl tomboy. It was a bummer for both of us, but no, it's fine. We love each other. But yeah, so I always liked having my hair long, and it drove her nuts. And she finally did, just out of sheer, and I can't blame her because I was tender-headed. She didn't know how to brush long hair. So when I was a little girl, like, she would literally have to chase me down to brush my hair, and then I would cry the whole time because it hurt. And she didn't know how, like, she'd start from the top and go down instead of starting at the bottom. And she just didn't know. So so she did cut off my hair in frustration when I was 6, and it was like super short, and it was horrible. I did not like it. So yeah, so similar issue, Faye, but different results there. Santi, your mom liked long hair and boys. That's cool. That's unusual for here. That's unusual. God, I'm just realizing how weird states are. Yeah. No, I'm not just realizing it, but it is weird, right? We're weird. My mom liked long hair and boys, so I had long hair most of my life. Now I'm actually growing it out one more time before I start getting gray. Yeah, agreed. I think that's really cool. Also, it's your head. Do what you want. Oh, right now? Oh, bit of tea and Danish. Right now, your hair is blue-black. Sorry, that came out weird. Nice. I can't wait to see that. I'll see that on your show tomorrow. Oh, yeah, Linda has a show tomorrow, Thursday, TMI, at, I don't really know what the time is, but I think it's like 4 o'clock Central American time, whatever that is for you guys. I don't know. Your dad also had long hair. That's probably why your mom liked it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so oh, really quickly, I just need to, I know I didn't do as great of a job on my eyeshadow as your tutorial. Again, linked in the description. It's awesome. You gave me really good advice, and I really appreciate it, Faye. That was awesome. Really quickly, Forbes article by Janet Burns. It goes into more detail about how the proposed state emergency bans, like saying that clinics that provide abortions are not essential. Oh, what do I have? I'll tell you about my tattoos in 2 seconds. They are unconstitutional, and why that's the case. So check out this Forbes article online. Its title, I won't go, oh wow, I have so many notes. I won't go into all the notes. I'm just gonna say it's Forbes, F-O-R-B-S. The title is States That Use COVID-19 to Ban Abortion Increase Our Risks, Hardships, and Fear Nationwide, by Janet Burns, published April 12th, 2020. Okay, so whoa, camera backwards. Okay, so this tattoo, this is from Hamlet, and it's the classic, this above all to thine own self be true. And it must follow as the night, the day, thou canst not then be false to any man. I'm a big Shakespeare nerd because I was an English professor for 14 years. And here's my Edgar Allan Poe Raven. Whoop, there we go, right there. And this is back from my neo-pagan days. This is turn that way. Okay. This is an artist's rendition of Bridget. She's the same one as Saint Bridget later. She was originally a goddess in Celtic mythology in Ireland, a fire goddess, and other things. And Ocean Keltoy is gonna school me on this because I've forgotten a lot. But you're welcome to, please do it. But she was later worshipped as Saint Bridget. At some point, the church attempted to make her not a saint. This wasn't too long ago. The Catholic Church did, and Ireland basically said "fuck off." And so she's, as far as the Irish are concerned, she's still a saint. And then this is my horned one. That's from my neo-pagan days too. Ooh, if you can see that, I don't know how well. Yeah, that's from Celtic mythology too. He's a fertility god, usually depicted being chased about by naked women, which is fun. He's also the wild hunt and stuff like that. If you've heard about that. And then there's an owl under there that I got much later because I like owls, basically. And I have a dragon on my back, but that's really, and a Pegasus on my back, but that's really too difficult to show you guys. So I'm not doing that. All right. Ooh, that a Wendigo? No, it's not a Wendigo. No, I don't know if I'd want to. Oh, thank you. I respect literature nerds too, and that's one of the reasons why I love listen. If Junk Shop is ever listening to a reading you're doing when you do those of your work, Faye, I'm usually listening too. I might not be in the chat because my phone might be charging or whatever, but if he's got it on the computer, I'm listening also. And your work is beautiful and amazing, and I love it so much. And so please keep writing, keep writing, keep writing, keep writing. All right, I'll get off your case now. But yes, it's really good. How long did all that take? Okay, so this one I actually did in 3 sessions. It should have only taken 2, but it took 3 because frankly I was hungover. Don't go to get a tattoo hungover. That's a very bad idea. I was in my 20s and stupid. But all together, this is pretty big. It covers most of my upper arm there. So this one I got, we did Hearn first. Hearn, Cernunnos. So anyway, the Celtic fertility god. We did him first, and then we did the background the second time. So altogether, this is about 5 hours, maybe 5.5 hours worth of tattooing, I think. I know. I desperately want more tattoos as well. And right now my shop is closed. I've gotten the same Underground Art, Memphis, Tennessee. Shout out. I've gotten all of these there. And some of these are really old. Like, Bridget here is, I got her when I was in my 20s. I'm 42 now. So this is like a 20-year-old tattoo. And it still looks amazing. So they do great work. They always have a super high. They keep their health department rating right up front, and it's always, every time I've been there, it's been a 99. I think the lowest I ever saw it was a 98 out of 100. So they're really great. Let's see. Yeah, we love your nightmare stories. Shop and I both love your nightmare stories. Oh, what? Oh, when you say I work, Santi, does that mean that you can't have a tattoo that might show up at work? Because almost everywhere I've ever worked, I couldn't have them show. I just had to wear long sleeves. Yeah. Okay. Where? Oh, I'm sorry. I hate this. I've got dead air. Dead air is happening. No, it can't. We all fear it. We fear the silence. Okay. Does the Linda show? Oh, you can't be at Linda's show because you work. Okay, well, I'm glad that you work. Oh, you are all okay. Here we go. Correction for the record. Right there, I'm all tat up. Yes, that is amazing. All right, good. I'm sorry you won't be able to listen to the show, but you could listen to it later. Linda's latest tattoo is on her knee. Ouch. Okay, I say that because I've got one, like I said, on my lower back. It's a dragon sitting on a book, and it's pretty big. It took 3.5 hours, and I cried like a very small child the entire time. I had to sit forward on a table and not move, and I sobbed like a child because it was right on my spine, and there was it hurt. Like here, I've got very meaty arms. So these were no big deal, right? The ones on my arms, I was okay. I might have teared up a second, like especially when they got, toward the smoother, or like the skin on the inside of my arm. When they got close to that, that was a little slightly rough, but like, no, I didn't cry. Like the one on my back, cried the whole time like a child, and not ashamed of it. So the knee, oh my gosh, and Faye has one too. So how was that? Like right on the bone? Like how did that feel? Were you okay? I mean, I don't know. You might. I'm kind of a wuss when it comes to physical pain. So it depends. Your first one is on your knee. Oh man. Yeah, I really want to know how that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If that was your first tattoo, Faye, agreed. Yeah, she did say it was her first. Yes, Faye's first tattoo was on her knee, and she is a serious badass for that. My word, that is amazing. My first one took like 40 minutes, and there's just a little Pegasus on my shoulder, so it was really easy. Well, lower thigh just above the knee, but that one probably hurt the least of my tattoos. Okay, I could see that. Yeah, yes, okay. Santi brings up something interesting here. My whole lower leg is covered. Ooh, Linda, that's awesome. I don't know if you're willing to put that on the internet, but I'd love to see it sometime. Yeah, it is addictive in a weird way. We've been we don't mind really the whole, or I don't mind anyway, the whole being cooped up thing. It's been fine. I think I have more of a social life right now than I did before this whole thing started, because I've got virtual D&D games happening. I'm going to a virtual cocktail party Saturday night. So many things are happening. I'm going to be with Linda on a bit of Tea and Danish TMI tomorrow. I mean, so much stuff. Doing this right now, like all this stuff that I would not have had time to do when I was working and away from the house all day. And now it's like, anyway, now I'm sitting here and I'm like, what do I want? Oh, I could do anything. And I'm feeling really creative. And today, Santi, I started thinking of the buzz of the tattoo needle, the way that it sounds. And I was like, oh, I want to get a new tattoo. But my shop is very responsibly closed down for the moment, because they can't be giving people open wounds while there's a pandemic. And I mean, it's not like an open wound, but you know what I mean. It's just not safe at the moment. So, but oh yeah. Dave, Linda's tattoos are awesome. Cool. Oh man, I know, right? Yeah, get on Instagram. It hurt as fuck to get my knee tattooed. Thank you, Linda. Thank you for saying that, because I like not feeling like a wuss, but it does hurt. But what Santi said about the pain, the specific pain of a tattoo being addictive, I do kind of enjoy it now. I do get a rush from it, because I know what it is, and I know what it's going to be, and I know what it's going to lead to. And but at the same time, I do get to a point where after about 3 hours or so, my system kind of starts to go, all right, I'm kind of done. Can we be done now? Yeah. And my shop won't tattoo you if you are drunk, or if you're stoned or anything. So you can't, like, yeah, there's no getting away from the pain. You just gotta take it. All right, Dave. I think we'll be here. I mean, everybody's talking. I enjoyed most of mine except back of my neck. Ooh, yeah. I feel like it would make my teeth rattle in an uncomfortable way. I don't think I'd like that. Faces. Let's see. Last time I got a tattoo, it was pretty relaxed. I was watching a movie. That's fantastic. Were you able to, like, was it like in the person's home, or were they just playing a movie? My shop tends to play kind of intense music, so sometimes it makes it a little worse for me. I get a little edgy or on edge, because the music is kind of loud and but also it's their place and they can play what they want, because it made your whole head shake getting the back of your neck tattooed. Ooh, okay, yeah, no thank you. Good to know. Thank you. I know where I'm not getting one. Yeah. I would not enjoy that. Nope. I also don't think I'd ever get one on my hands. I think that would just be way too difficult in terms of the healing process. Is well, I mean, especially right now, we're all washing our hands like crazy, right? So, the owner of the shop is a friend of mine, but I was watching a movie on my phone. Oh, that makes sense for the headphones. And what century am I living in? Okay, that makes sense. Yep. You can tell I got most of mine done before smartphones were kind of a thing. Anyway. Bit of tea and Danish. Your tattoo artist is so much fun. Yeah, I was lucky. I had the same guy for I think 3 of mine, 3 of the 7. I had the same guy. So that was nice. Yeah, he's really good. It's nice when you have a rapport or somebody. It's somebody you like to talk to. He was getting a degree in history, and I was a history minor, so we had a lot to talk about. It was fun. You wanted to get kindness in your hands? I assume you tattooed on your hands, unless you're making a really cool joke. So, like what? Like across your knuckles or something? Or just kindness anywhere on your hands. Yeah, that would be cool. It's like the Blues Brothers, like love and hate thing. Oh, you wanted to get a tattoo on the back of your head thing? Oh, I'm sorry. I grabbed the wrong one. Things moved. Yes, like people get love and hate. You wanted to get kindness. That's so cool. Sam, do the same. Bring in the coolness. I really want to get a tattoo on the back of my head where I shave it like a Viking tattoo. Oh, okay. That is badass. If you do that, yes, you are more badass than I if you do that, and I accept that willingly. That's amazing. I, like, killed them with kindness. That's what my mom always said to do. It usually worked out. All right, so I attempted to do eye makeup. We talked about tattoos. I covered how my country is insane when it comes to women's rights and abortion, and just recognizing anyone who has a uterus, and also anyone who's slightly different and who maybe isn't, one of the 2 genders that so many people here only recognize. The American South. It's a fun, wacky place with lots and lots of guns. Okay. Oh, always a good time to talk about tattoos and abortion laws. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, they kind of go there. I love that. This is fantastic. That would be a good tattoo. Okay. Linda says, hang on. Oh, did I lose it? No, I didn't lose it. I am planning to get my right side filled. Oh, cool. Cool. I want to get, most people have been kind to me in this. I'm so glad. Thank you, Sandy. Yeah, thank you. I should hope so. And, you're awesome. I don't know why people wouldn't be kind to you. No, I'm hard on my own legislators and on my own people because they're mine and I can be, right? I'm not necessarily I'm not going to be as quick to walk all over somebody else's politicians or somebody else's policies, although I will speak out about things that I find, just inhumane. Just as a secular humanist, I will do that. But I can be harder on the Americans because I'm one of them. I was spawned here, so they have to deal with me. I vote. Yes, I'm a woman and I vote. Be afraid. Okay. Any last thoughts before we close this out? Got a crazy bright light in my eyes. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, okay, Linda, your tattoos are black and gray. That's very normal. Yeah, I like the colorful ones. That's entirely I mean, it's your body. You decorate it how you want. Sandy says, I get it. I live under the state's politics and I can't vote. I just live here. Oh, that's right. Yeah. And what a bummer. Like, I would really hate living here and not being able to vote. I love you too, Faye. Oh my gosh. Hang on. This goes to everybody. Like, I love you guys. I love all of you very much. I don't know if Dave made it back, but I love you, Dave. And yeah, I think I'm going to close it out because I don't really have. Yeah, black and gray is awesome. Yeah, just so you know. Nerdy, love you too. There's that was not the one at that. Okay. Dave's comment slipped in. I was trying to highlight this one. I ended up highlighting Dave's. No, not that one. Colors in one arm, black on the other. Oh, I like that. I like the asymmetry. Oh yes, sending out little black hearts to all of you from my little black heart. No, you all are amazing. Thank you so much. I'm never gonna find that again, so I'm gonna stop crying. Okay. Have a great night. Have a beautiful morning. Linda, I will see you tomorrow. And keep typing things maybe. Yeah, they do. They do. And I couldn't catch them. All right. Well, and yeah, just to put a bookend on this, even though this wasn't a proper Wine and Reason episode. Remember, you can't find truth in wine, although it is very yummy. And right now it's basically called coping juice. But you might find truth in reason. So love you guys. See you soon. Be safe. Stand against hate. I'll steal that one too.